Hey guys, JNL0, how you doing? Sorry about the bad lighting, but we are in our walk-in pantry here, as you can see in the background. My oldest son has moved out into the world, so I think he'll be fine. But we turned his old bedroom into a walk-in pantry. There still is bed and stuff in here in case he needs to come back. But how are we going to get fresh, crispy vegetables in the middle of the wintertime? Because today is January the 7th or 6th, or I don't know what date it is, but it's January and it's cold outside and there's snow on the ground. We're going to grow vegetables in the house hydroponically. Now keep in mind, this is just how I do it. I know that this works because I've done it before. I am not some greenhouse growing green thumb expert gardener dude like you know, the guys over at Grow Your Heirlooms and all that kind of stuff. I don't. This is just how I'm doing it. So let's see what we got going on here. What you're going to need, equipment. You're going to need a Rubbermaid tub. I think that one's, I don't know how big that one is. I know I got about 10 gallons of rainwater in there. And I use rainwater because I like rainwater. It's got stuff in it. And there may be some leaves and there's some rocks and whatever in there, but that's okay. Remember the compost tea that we made? It's okay. That stuff will break down and it's fine. Here I got an air hose. In the bottom there you can see I've got a little bubble stone for an aquarium, a little aquarium bubble stone. And I've got 6 holes drilled into the top of the lid and a little hole for the air pump to come through. And there's our little air pump right there on the ground. We're going to plug that into the strip and get the bubbles going here directly. You see I've got a timer for my light. The light that I'm using is an LED light. It's not specifically a grow light, but there it is. It's an LED light, and the things that I look for is the amount of lumens that the light puts out. That one puts out 1065 lumens, which is plenty of light for plants to grow. And the color spectrum, I look for the 27K, and that's what I found in this LED light. It's a pretty big light bulb. I got it hanging here just from a little coat hanger thing, but you can see that it's a pretty good size LED light bulb, and it's going to help our plants grow. And I know they're growing. I know they're growing in that light because here's our green bean plants from the seeds that we did an experiment with. They're already growing underneath that light. So we're getting the tub made up so that we can switch these into the system. I got them in peat pellets right now. You see how there's roots coming out of the bottom of the peat pellet? That means it's time to transfer this into a pot and transfer it into here. So we're going to get this all set up. I'm going to hand the camera off here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop and spill stuff everywhere. I'm just going to put 1 scoop of this Miracle Grow tomato plant food in here. It's a pretty good all-purpose, all-around fertilizer. And I know there's going to be people out there who say, you can't do that, you got that tomato fertilizer, the Miracle Grow's chemicals, blah, blah. Well, this is what I'm doing. And I'm going to do it regardless of what you say, because I know this works because I've done it before. So, either watch and enjoy the video, or click the dislike button and go someplace else. Alright, I'm going to hook my air hose up. Bring it around the back here. Hook my air hose up and plug it in. And it's going to start making bubbles. It's going to start making bubbles inside here. Just like that. That's going to oxygenate the water, and it also, you won't be able to tell very well, but it also makes a little fine mist that comes up. These pots here, these mesh pots, is what I use. This as the roots can grow down through the mesh. As the little bit of a mist hits the roots, and it encourages the roots to grow down into the water. There's no dirt involved whatsoever. If you can't find any of these little mesh pots, just use your basic 4-inch plastic pots and cut slits in them out of the side and a couple slits in the bottom, and they'll work just fine. So, next thing I'm going to put in here is one of our spare fish tank heaters. This is just a little small fish tank heater. So I'm just going to put it right into the side here and plug it in and let it start warming up the water. It'll warm it up to 70 or so degrees. And you notice I've cut my holes just about big enough for these pots to set in. Just like that. Whenever you get your plant and stuff in there, it'll be just fine. This is just the way that I do it, and it's a really inexpensive way to do it. I got this hole over here bigger. That way I can run my cord through there like that. Okay. So we've got the water, we've got the air. Now we're going to take some, I just got some little clay planting medium, is what they call it. They're just little clay balls. I'm going to put a little bit on the bottom, like this. Just enough to kind of cover the bottom. Now we'll take one of our bean plants, set it on top of the clay medium like this, and now we're going to fill in the gaps around it with these clay balls. I know that sounded bad, but sorry. Just like that. Now this is ready to go right into one of the slots. Just like that. It'll get plenty of light, it'll get mist from the water, and it'll encourage it. You may have to water it a couple more times before the roots get down into the water, but here real soon these roots will grow into the water, and there's no dirt at all needed to grow these. And we're going to be growing fresh vegetables in the middle of wintertime in a Rubbermaid tub. So this is the first step that we're using. I've just got a piece of cardboard right here. It's got part of an emergency blanket taped onto it. And whenever I get everything set up, I'll just set it in front. Just set it in front of the plants like this. And lean it up against that, because that'll reflect more light onto the plants. Because it's all about light. Plants love the light, and that helps them grow. So, I'm going to get the rest of these bean plants in their pots and then the holes here, and we'll be right back with you. Alrighty, now here we got some seeds. We germinated some little tomato plants. You see it's got roots going on. Little tomato seeds, little sprouts. So you just plant them in a peat pot and a peat pellet, like you would any other time you're starting little plants. I always put 2 in my peat pellet. That way I can choose the better of the 2 plants. If they both grow, if one of them doesn't make it, then at least we've got the 1 plant. And if both of them sprout, then we choose the better of the 2. Now I will take this just like it is and put it underneath the light. Let's just go and do that. Bring it in here. Just set that starter tray right underneath the light, just like that, and let them start growing, just like the beans. I will tell you that the clay planting medium and those little black slotted pots, I bought those a couple of years back on eBay. They weren't really expensive. The light bulb I think was $24, and the rest of the stuff we have just from the fish tanks, leftover stuff. You'll need to have some a little bit of equipment. We try to use, like I said, we try to use LED and high efficiency stuff to save the power. That way, if we lose our power, we can plug that one strip into the inverter and run it off the batteries if we need to. Because this whole setup should be, I don't know what the watts are on that light right off the top of my head, but this whole setup here should be using less than 100 watts, I would hope. Unless the heater is running full blast, then it may be a little more than 100. I think that's a 50 watt heater. So here we go. This is the first step of our hydroponics indoors, growing fresh vegetables in the wintertime. It works, and I will keep you guys updated. So if anything changes, I'll keep you updated. And but I'm telling you from experience that this does work, and you'll need to get that little bit of gear and start growing some vegetables. So let's get on with it. I'll update you guys in a couple weeks. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. God bless. The end. Buzz, the end.